Welcome everyone to this video of Zephyr's Gambit. Today we are playing the 9th and final session of my campaign setting, Egyptian Conniption. Or final session for Chapter 1 at the very least. My name is Matt and I'll be your DM today. Just a quick warning that this video will contain scenes depicting violence, minor horror themes, and may contain adult language, so viewer discretion, as always, is advised. I'll get everyone to introduce themselves and their characters, and if someone would like to volunteer to do a little bit of a recap of where we're at, that would be good.
I'm 059 here, playing the human rogue character, Secker.
Of course, I'm Cody, playing Bubastis, the wayward barbaric child of Amut. And unfortunately, I was absent most of the last game, so probably a recap for me is not the best option.
And I am Nick, and I am playing Salset Aminet, Jackal featured Tiefling, Death Domain Cleric of Anubis. Anubis be with us all this evening. Yeah, hey, I'm going to need just a couple seconds. I can help with recap, but I have to take care of something that my cat just did, and I will be right back.
Alright. So while Nick's doing that, very quickly, we, as a party, decided to venture down into an old, forgotten ruin in the middle of the forest, just south of Philae, southeast. And we were looking for a relic that we've been charged to find by Nick's boss, or Sarset's boss, rather, the temple leader in Philae. He, upon us misunderstanding his commands, we killed a commoner because he was preaching heretically in the town, and we went back to the priest, and he sort of said, "You weren't meant to kill him, just deal with him." So we got that a little bit wrong, but that's okay. He said that the public, yeah, he said that the public wouldn't accept the fact that it was just a mistake, and that if they were to be able to live free again, that they would need to do something of historical significance, i.e. go into the forest, which everyone knows in the town that the forest is not a nice place to go. And so, knowing that it would be dangerous, we ventured there, and the priest actually gave us a proper quest to find this ancient church relic. That if we brought it back, we would be lauded as heroes. And so we agreed to that and have finally made our way, after lots of adventures in the forest, to the temple. Going down the levels, there were lots of traps. We were told that it was abandoned, but in the very depths, far below, there were a bunch of lizardmen who were apparently guarding it, guarding this relic. So we snuck around a bit, and basically decided that we would confront the god of the Lizardmen, or we came face to face with him, and he was a Hydra, and the Hydra basically said, "This relic is stupid powerful. It will likely bring destruction upon the world. He also said that almost in a riddle, but not quite a riddle, he sort of said that the item that one of the party was carrying was also evil and would bring about the destruction of the world. But the party ignored him and said, no, we're going to take this relic, and so challenged him to, said we're going to take it by force, and so they fought the Hydra and won. And so the Hydra, being that he was given guardianship until he was defeated and gave up the location of the relic, which is in the upper levels and guarded by lizardmen, but he sent a mental or telepathic message to the rest of the Lizardmen Priests to let them know that they were to release the relic to the party. So we know that Astarion the Wise, the priest, Saset's boss, is waiting for the relic. We know that there is a group of hags that have been terrorizing the countryside, and we're about to go and deal with them after we pick up the relic. We haven't yet decided whether we're actually going to use it for ourselves just yet, but we will have that choice when we actually figure out what the relic actually is. I don't know whether I've missed anything.
Yes. Yes, we also tamed a manticore, and sort of, and we also unleashed a Medusa-like apparition on the lizard folks as a distraction, and then sent the Hydra to go deal with it after we whooped its ass. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's everything, man.
Cool. Yeah. So that's where we're at. The party is still in the lower levels, and about to go and retrieve the relic from the upper levels.
Awesome. Yes.
Alright, so yeah, you guys can do that how you will.
Well, I mean, let's just sally forth, fellas. I mean, can I get back on my manticore, or I mean, do I get to keep him, or what, Matt? Because if you don't want me to keep him, just say it, and we'll just leave him behind. It won't be a big deal.
Yeah. So he won't be able to be kept as far as being a tamed pet, but you guys were able to tame him and bring him along for the ride. Unfortunately, the first thing that he came in contact with that you guys fought was a massive, huge Hydra, so he was terrified. If it had been something less powerful, then maybe he would have fought with you, but unfortunately that was just the way it was. So yeah, you can befriend it and say that once the campaign finishes, or at least chapter 1 finishes, that maybe after chapter 1 you can tame it after a while, but for the purposes of this session, you can reposit it away.
So we'll send the paladin off with the manticore to begin its training.
Excellent.
And the rest of the party will sally forth to retrieve the relic.
Alrighty. So yeah, the paladin, the gnome, ventures off. He has a quest. He's excited, and so he goes off to tame the beast. Cool. So we go up to where the Lizardmen Priests are. Now there are a couple of these guys. I'll quickly show you some pictures. So there's this guy,
Oh.
and also this guy.
Oh.
And they're in a room with this chalice.
Oh.
We
And
seek the Grail.
Yes.
this chalice, so the mottled colors on the body there of the chalice actually represent a bull. You can't see it in this picture because I couldn't find any with the fashioning of a bull, but they represent a bull, and there are indeed pictures of bulls in the bottom. Those circles at the bottom in between the little bits of gems, they're also pictures of bulls in various heroic poses. And Nick, or Sarset, being that you are quite knowledgeable in religion, you would recognize this straight away as the religious symbol of the god Ptah, P-T-A-H, the god of knowledge, crafting, and something else that I can't remember.
Knowledge.
Yes.
Knowledge.
Knowledge.
I want to drink from the chalice. Okay, anyhow. All right. So you said his name is Tar?
Yeah.
So when Saucet sees it, he would kind of gasp a little, and he'd say, "This is what we've been after, the chalice of Tar." Just more speaking to himself than anything else, and then he would sort of walk forward, almost in a trance towards it, thinking of all the power that such a relic could hold.
Okay, so I'll just post that there. There you go. Crafts, knowledge, and secrets. Lawful neutral, and the symbol of the bull.
Oh, I want to get me some of them secrets. Tasty.
So yeah, it's guarded by these priests who step aside as you enter, and sort of bow their heads in reverence, being that you guys have defeated their god.
Yes. I will pay them no mind as Saucet strides forward. I'm gonna reach up and I'm gonna grasp at the thing. I'm gonna put my hands on the handles and I'm gonna lift it up. And as I do so, in a booming thaumaturgic voice, Saucet will say, "I, Saucet Hominet, take this in the name of Anubis."
All right. So you grasp onto the chalice and you can feel the divine power that is within it, and you recognize straight away that this device is definitely a magical item, definitely of very high power. You get a sense that it can be filled with any form of liquid that you choose and drunk from. So it's empty currently, and that upon drinking, that would bring about an attunement to the item, and you think that the attunement would last for a day. The liquid itself would bring about a change in you or in whoever drunk it, and would bestow upon them great power. At this stage, you don't know much more about it than that. There are intricacies laid into the work of this chalice of all four elements. So there's fire, there's ice, There's air, and there's water, air, earth, and fire represented. So you think that this has to do with some sort of elemental kind of thing. You could attune yourself to the outside of the chalice and learn more about it, but to actually gain its powers, you would need to drink from it. That's what you know so far.
All right. Well, let's attune to it then.
Yep. So you spend an hour. How does that look for you?
So Saucette would sit cross-legged with the chalice, standing in front of him on the floor. And he would begin with some chanting, really guttural, low, visceral sounds. And he would slip himself into a trance doing that. And as he did, he'd begin to, his fingers would begin to move and knit air. And as they knit air, hit that divine energy that he calls on so often, that greenish, vaporous energy, black, would begin to come out, and it would kind of weave this fabric around the item, and as it did so, the energy itself would be what would be doing the probing. It would probe, and it would cascade off of the magical energies of the chalice, and try to just pick up on the different vibrations, the different feelings, and Saucette would just meditate on this input that he was receiving the whole time until he felt adequately enlightened.
Okay. Sorry, I'll just grab this. Okay. Zero tuning. Sorry, I've got all these sheets of paper ready. Okay, so you learn a little bit of lore. Okay, so aeons ago, the church experimented with capturing the essence of the genies in this ancient artifact. The essence took on a life of its own, and they deemed it too fickle and dangerous, and so entrusted it to Lizardmen guardianship. Many prophecies of doom were told should the chalice ever be used by a mortal. You understand that if you were to drink from this cup, whoever was to drink from this cup would be imbued the power of a random elemental, and would also gain some magical properties. You also believe that it would bestow upon you the ability to cast the wish spell once per day if you drunk from it once per day. Basically, the liquid, once consumed, is only good for the day that it is consumed in, and then you would have to consume it again the following day if you wanted to have the effects again. However, each time you drink from it, you understand that the elemental aspect will probably change, and some of the effects will probably change.
Okay. Wonderful. Wonderful. So I would say, Bubba, come over here. Aren't you thirsty? It's time for some live testing, baby.
Oh yeah.
I am forever the perfect guinea pig.
Alrighty.
So Bubastis would of course pad over to his master's beckoning.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you actually going to pour into the chalice?
I'm going to cut him. I'm going to cut him, and I'm going to have him drink his own blood out of the chalice.
Okay.
So as Bubba approaches Saucette would be standing, stretching his legs out, getting the kinks out from sitting for an hour, and as Bubba, maybe Bubba, senses, he sees Saucette reaching for his knife, and he's maybe Bubba's just like he's got that like animal instinct that maybe something is a little off, so maybe he's a little tentative about coming over. But Sawset would reassuringly say, "Oh no, Bubba, this will only hurt for a moment. Come on now."
So Bubastis would pull off his left embrace and present his arm to his master.
Excellent. And I would just bring my dagger up on into the up the arm, and I would bring the dagger across his arm once, set it down, and by the time I set it down and brought my hand back up, I would bring Cure Wounds over the wound with the same hand. And just in that time, I've allowed an ounce or so of blood to pool into the chalice beneath us. And then as I close the wound, expending my second to last first level spell slot, I will say, there, Bubba. See, it wasn't so bad.
And so, seeing his master's healing work quite a few times, he would be expectant of that and say, "Thank you, Master. Make the red life water stop."
Hold on a sec, guys.
All right. So I need to roll. Okay. Should I roll or he roll or?
Whoever's drinking will be the one that rolls, and I'll tell you what you're rolling. So.
Okay. Well, let's wait for him to get back to what's going on there.
I was just telling Chipper popped into raid call, and I was just telling him that we were otherwise engaged.
Okay.
Yeah. So I would after we had our tender moment, I would reach down and I would bring the chalice up and I would say, "Drink up, Bubba," and I'd hand it to him.
Okay, and so, obviously this is a pretty well put together piece of equipment there, and Bubba would be very tentative, trying not to crush it in his large hands there. So his just large snake-like tongue would just spill out of his mouth and kind of wiggle around in the bottom of the chalice, making a lapping noise, and then fly back up into his face.
Alright, so first of all, you can determine which 4 effects from the minor effects. So you can have +1 to armor class, proficiency in 1 skill, or 1 spell from a chosen class. Now, those things stack. You can go up to 4. So you can have +4 armor class, you can have 2 skills and 2 armor class, whatever you like there. So that's the first thing.
So let's do 2 AC and 2 skills.
Alright. So yeah, we'll just write that down. We can decide on the skills in a second. The next thing is you can choose to increase an ability score by 2. Regain 1d6 hit points when you start your turn. Hit with a weapon or spell attack, you get extra damage. Gain a spell slot. So any 2 of those as well. So they're the major ones.
Let's see here. So I think I am inclined to go with the hit point regeneration.
Yep.
You gain, okay, so increase by 2. So is that either an increase in a ability score or the regeneration?
So you can have both. So it's 2 effects.
Okay, so I will definitely do that.
Okay. Then, what is your floor currently?
My flaw is I have a violent nature.
Okay. So that is going to be exacerbated for this day. So you're going to become extremely violent, much more than you would normally. Now I need you to roll now for a minor detriment. So it's a D100 or percentile dice.
72.
72.
Bingo.
Okay, so other creatures can't take short or long rests within 300 feet of you.
Okay.
For the day?
For the day.
Ah! Okay.
So, okay,
Well, I guess
so
we'll have to camp an extra day.
what? I will just be raving. Just that'll be kind of part of my exacerbated violent nature. Just screaming, just constantly.
Yep. Alright, now the madness, I think, is also in the DMG, isn't it? Okay, so we get a form of long-term madness. Chapter 8. Okay. Chapter 8, Madness 258. Okay, so short term, long term. Alright, so it's another percentile dice for madness here.
Alright, let's pull up the dice stream. Alright, and 34.
34. You regard something with intense revulsion as if affected by the antipathy effect. So it's usually the source of the madness. So it's usually going to be the chalice, but if you choose for it to be something else, then that is okay.
I'm inclined to say blood, but I'm pretty sure that if we get into a combat, there's going to be blood all over the place.
I'm pretty sure there will.
Would that would cause me to flee from whatever or just it becomes
Your
something
own blood?
revulsion?
No, it's just revulsion.
There's a whole bunch of crap that in the antipathy spell.
Yeah, so probably you wouldn't want to go near it. That sort of thing.
So I'll choose the chalice for
Yeah, so you take a drink and then you just like, filled with rage and you just like throw it away.
See the eyes roll up in the back of my head and just all of a sudden I start backpedaling against the wall and start yelling.
Yeah. So that's that. Cool. 1 second. Alright, and then what else we've got? So you become attuned. Okay. Yes. So we need to determine your alignment. So roll a d6 twice. So we've got
I got 2 and a 5.
A 5. Alright. So 2 indicates lawful and a 5 indicates evil. So you are lawful evil for today.
Okay.
So your ravings are very well structured, but also quite evil in their ramblings.
Yep. So
They're using lots of curse words.
Genie's blood flows through your veins. Now your weapons are mundane at the moment, are they not?
They're
Silver.
silver. Yeah.
They're silvered.
Yeah.
So this makes them magical and silvered, so you get +1 to hit and damage.
Fuck yeah. All right.
And they count as magical, and then you can roll a d4 for the aspect of the elemental that you will manifest.
All right. So a D4. I got a 2.
Holy fuck nuts. What's
Yeah.
the level of the spell that you can choose?
So it's
first
determined
bit?
by the die roll.
What level you can choose?
Yeah. So the minor one is 2, 3, or 4, I believe, and the major one is 4, 5, or 6, or something, or 7, something like that. Anyway, we'll go back to that in a second. So what did you get? You got
A
2.
2.
So wind. So you can fly up to half your movement. You can create a whirlwind. And I will put in. Actually, I'll just post here what you can do.
Okay.
So this is for you.
5 foot radius, 30 foot tall cylinder. Oh wow! So like a tornado, like straight up.
Yep. So you have all of those special abilities.
Awesome.
All right. So Bubba like recoils and from this thing. Eventually, I figure out what's bothering him, and I cover the chalice in a piece of cloth or something, and strap it to my side and study the effects. We're gonna need to rest.
He basically becomes a Bubastis version of Storm.
So you can see in the cloudiness in my eyes the purple crackling of thunder just in the deep recesses of my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
And
How'd
the air
you
has a metallic taste to it.
So yeah, so after I get the chalice away, I how do you feel, Bubba?
So I'll kind of look at myself and assess, and finding odd clarity inside my head for once. It seems that the storm within has overpowered the madness that seemingly consumes me under general circumstances, and in a oddly and strangely disconcerting tone, I would answer, "I feel fine, Master."
Yeah. So you can cast Wish at any time during this day. I also just quickly need you to make a Wisdom saving throw with advantage, please.
Okay, let me check here. Well, I don't have any bonuses to that, so I'll just roll 2d20 and probably failed them both. Double fives.
5 and 5. That's not good. Okay. So you not only are you really angry, but you have you feel the personality and the presence of a genie within you, who is resting with you to take control of your body. So that will come into effect later.
Very well. So you can see after I answer you, my head kind of twitches to the side a little bit as if something is buzzing in my ear, and then I return to an unnatural calm.
Okay.
Well, Sasset, satisfied that the chalice did not kill Bubba, would rap him on his shoulder and say, "Very well, then." Apparently too caught up in his own lust for power to see that Bubba's mind just broke a little.
And that's saying something.
Yeah. Well, he seems more cognizant. So I would kind of walk over to Sekar. I'm assuming Sekar would be kind of eyeing Bubba warily, I would guess, because I mean this is weird. And I would kind of walk up and then I would kind of say, kind of under my breath, "What do you think?" And I'm kind of like looking, from you over to Bubba, so I'm obviously asking what your thoughts are on Bubba's transformation.
Truthfully, I try not to stare at him very much, but he doesn't quite seem all there, I guess. Quite a bit different than normal. As normal as I think he can be.
We will have to keep an eye on him and see how long these effects last. All right. So, well, unfortunately, I think we're just going to have to study him for the whole time because we're going to have to rest. I don't know. How are we going to find out that we can't rest?
So
like, how does that play?
The effects of resting, like he's just a raving lunatic. So every time you sit down to try and like meditate, he's just like shaking you, and he's like, "Come on!"
Well, I was gonna go to different directions since
Okay,
I've got
go ahead.
the storm elemental. There'll be a very poignant metallic taste in your mouth, and like the smell of burning hydrogen, and just a statically charged aurora around me, and it makes you're so uncomfortable. You literally have like that "my foot has fallen asleep" feeling all over your body in waves every time you start to get a little too exhausted and start to nod off. It just like prickles all across you, like it just jolts you back into consciousness.
Damn it, Bubba! Go sit over there, 300 feet away.
300 feet. Yeah.
All right. So basically, what we need to do is get out of this temple, find a way to secure a campsite, deal with Bubba figuring out how far away Bubba needs to be, and then fucking rest, because I am totally spent.
Alright, so you guys can just go ahead and do that.
Okay.
Now, while that's happening, Bubba, this madness thing, this hate, like, for the chalice, that'll actually last for good. So it's a long-term thing. So that's the only pretty much ongoing effect is that madness.
You'll never
after
want to use it again.
Um,
I'll have to trick you.
All right.
and
Close your eyes,
gonna-
Bubba. Close your eyes. Open your mouth, Bubba. Drink now. Go ahead.
for the day, or for whatever duration it takes to get to the campsite and set up camp. So while your mind is filled with evil thoughts of like slaughtering the townsfolk, and becoming super powerful and eating everything in sight, whether it be human or otherwise, there's a whispering voice in your mind that says that that's probably not the best of ideas, and is almost calming through all of that. So, do you want to describe how you deal with these different voices in your head as well as your own?
While you're alone in the woods, because you
While
can't
you're
be anywhere
alone
near us.
in the woods.
So, inside Bubastis's head is very akin to the astral plane. Everything is just bathed in eternal twilight from stars that are tangible but not. And in his head there are always many presences from the souls that he's consumed that drive him to continual madness. But above all, there is this all-encompassing presence that is as calming as the void, and in his head it appears as a great disc of perfectly smooth silvered metal, and it reflects the entire cosmos around, and from that booms this calming presence, and it has a faintly feminine accent to the voice. And so on the ground, kneeling as if in worship always before this great disc, Bubastis sits, and on either side of him there are two other entities, one a crackling mass of purple cloud that constantly shifts and turns in the nether, and then on the other a red to shifting to black voided presence that burgeons with chaotic energy. And in those moments, you see wisps come out from either of these presents and try to wrap around Bubastis's head, and every time that happens, a great pulse comes out from the metallic disc, and those tendrils retract back into their individual bodies.
All right, that's fine. So all that goes on. What are you guys doing? So you just want to set up camp, and do you want to talk at all? What do you want to do? So you get outside. You're able to find a place to rest. Like 300 feet away from Bubba.
Yeah. You know, I'll send Larry and Joe off to keep Bubba company. You know, just keep an eye on him. And then, yeah, I mean, so I guess I would, you know, once everybody was settled in, I would approach Secker, you know, and I'd ask him how he was doing with all these events. I'd say, it was rather close back in there. How are you holding up, friend?
I'll be well with time. A little bit of rest to do us all good.
Indeed. Indeed. We will be back in the city soon, my friend. A return with all the fanfare and glory that we've earned here. Rest well tonight. You've earned it. And I would pat him on his shoulder, and then turn to tend to my meditations and prayers, and I would spend a goodly sum of time praying to Anubis and thanking him for guiding me to such glorious heights, and begging for his continued favor. And my mantra would be, Anubis be with me. Anubis be with me. I'd do that for a while, and then I'd go ahead and pack it in.
All right. So you're able to rest for the 8 hours or whatever, however long you need. Bubastis is a little bit restless during that time because of all the stuff, but he's able to get the effects of the rest. However, at the end of the rest, the effects are still going on for him, and he gets a sense, as I've just typed there, that he is much more powerful than he has ever been. He feels the strength of the wind in his limbs. He hears the thunder of his biceps in his ears, and he just, he feels more alive than he ever has, and more powerful than he ever has. Able to take on the world, and though he himself is disgusted by the chalice, he knows that it gave him this power, and you can determine how you respond to that, like if you encourage the others to partake in this power or not. But yeah, the effects are definitely good for the next day.
Excellent. So in the morning, I would, upon awakening, almost immediately rush off to check on Bubba. Coming upon, Larry and Joseph, Jingleheimer Smith, and then watching him, and I would enter his scene and bursting forward. Oh, you're here. Wonderful. How do you feel this morning, Bubba?
I feel as though a sand dune might, Master, constantly turning, basking in the glory of the open desert. And you can see in about a 8-foot radius around him that the sand looks, or the stone around him looks like it has been scoured with some sort of fine emery cloth, and you can see the little motes of dust sort of skirting around him in a circular fashion slowly.
And Set would take in the scene, very cautious of what's going on with Bubba, but he's quite intrigued. He's more pleased than afraid. And he looks in Bubba's eyes deeply for a moment, and then he says, "Very well. Come break fast with us." And I would offer him to come on back to the main camp and break fast with us.
And along the way, there's various woodland animals that Bubastis can't help but just run up and wring their necks and snap their necks and bring them for breakfast.
Oh yes, very astute of you, Bubba.
And so this is very, instead of the rather clumsy gallop that you would normally see him, he's very fluid and almost lupine in his dash, and he snatches up a small desert bunny rat or whatever the local fauna might present, and you see him just in one swift motion just grab the rib cage and just crush it in his hand, and as the thing squeals and wiggles about, and not a quick death.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh. We're both like, oh. Hey man,
Look,
you
look.
that path, Zep.
I'm sorry.
You coming down to detail land here, motherfucker. Pardon the French. So Set would be a little troubled at this, because, he's never known Bubba to be cruel. Always reckless, never cruel. So this would, raise an eyebrow for sure.
Sure.
But then I would cook the shit out of that stuff, so fuck yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a good breakfast.
Skin it, trying to, fucking pull, broken pieces of fucking rib cage out of the meat. God damn it, Bubba. You ruptured the spleen.
Oh.
I don't know if that's a real thing or not, but...
Yeah, it is.
Well, I know a spleen is, but I don't know if it's, it's bad or not. Anyhow. Awesome. So, I wanna fucking go hunt me some hags. Fuck these bitches.
Alright, so does either Zeka or Sasette drink from the chalice at all?
So, after, breakfast was was wrapping up, I'd kind of pull it out of its wrap, and you'd see it, Bubba. You'd see it as I did so.
And so you can see a break in my calm countenance. My eyes flare a bright purple, and you can see the skin around them crack a bit, and you can see a purple hue come in behind where the blood might be. As I scream in an otherworldly voice and backpedal away from this thing.
And I kind of look and I look to Secker and I look to Bubba and I look to Secker and I say, the legends say that the power that this relic bestows on you is greater than anything any of us have ever seen before. I don't know about you, friend, but I'm gonna give it a shot. And as I do this, I won't break eye contact with Secker. I'll reach in and I will retrieve my blade, and I will extract some blood from myself. I'm not going to cut myself as deeply as I did Bubba, so I'm going to let it take a good 30 to 40 seconds to drip, so that I can just bandage it and be okay. But then I will raise the chalice up above me, and I will just whisper, "Anubis be with me," and then I will drink. I will drink. Now I'm in range, so I would only drink if I thought I could make it, because I'm going witch hunting at this point. So, are we within a day's travel of where we think they are?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Okay, absolutely. So I definitely drink.
All right. So let's go back to the start of this. So you can choose 4 of the minor things. So you can have up to +4 armor class. You can have up to 4 skills. Or up to 4 spells rolled for. So 1 to 33 is level 1 spells, 34 to 66 is level 2 spells, 67 to 100 is level 3 spells. And that's
all
slots. Right. You can cast whatever you've got in those slots.
Oh, whatever I have?
Yeah,
okay,
so it just opens a slot.
Okay.
For free.
Yeah, I also, I forgot to mention it, but I'm going to expend a 3rd level spell slot at the end of my rest to maintain my Zomberts. So I will take 2 and 2. I'll take 2 spell slots and 2 AC for the day.
Yeah. Cool. So yeah, make sure you've written that down. I'm not going to keep track of exactly what. So just roll twice then, 2 D100s to determine. Did you choose a spell? I thought that you chose.
Who?
Cody. Chose to.
So I got the. So I don't get a spell, and instead I went with the regeneration. I thought I got...
you got regeneration.
That was on a different...
Yeah, so the first one I got 2 AC and 2 spell slots instead of 4.
Yeah. Oh, you got 2 spell slots? Okay.
I think you said skills, Cody.
Yeah.
But if you meant spell slots, I mean, like, that's, whatever you meant, you accidentally said skills at the time.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I'm completely okay with if I went with the. So I just get 2 level 3 skills.
You get the proficiency in skills. You can have two extra proficient skills if you want them. Or
Okay.
you can roll and get 2 spell slots, but I don't know why you would have spell slots.
Yeah, I didn't know either. I was like, okay, well then.
So Nick, you
Okay.
got level.
I
You
think a
got
2 and a 3.
Yeah, a level 2 and a level 3 spell slot for
Awesome.
free.
Awesome. Magnificent. Okay, let me get a piece of paper because I do need to track this shit.
Yeah.
I do not like doing electric. Well, I could just. No, I need paper. Yeah, it's on a...
Yeah, it's pretty powerful. It's pretty significant.
Yeah, because you don't even have spells to cast in those spell slots, Cody.
Yeah, that's what
Yeah.
I was
What?
confused about.
So
Yeah.
what skill proficiencies did you take?
I am proficient in athletics, acrobatics, sleight of hand, that sort of stuff.
So you can I'll actually allow you to either get double proficiency or just 2 extra proficiencies. You can do either.
Okay.
I'll
So
do
like
double
athletics.
proficiency, I think.
Yeah, so double proficiency for 2 of your current skills.
Okay.
Okay, so I have a second and a third. Okay.
Yep.
First. And I've already used 1. So. Okay. So.
And then you can have 2 of the major effects. So you can have increase in ability score by 2, regain hit points, more spell slots of higher levels if you want them.
Like how high level?
It goes up to level 7 depending on what you roll.
Level
So it
7?
starts at level 4 is 1 to 25, level 5 is 26 to 50, level 6 is 51 to 75, and level 7 is 76 to 100. It would also mean that you would have to pick a spell, because you don't have the...
Yeah. Oh, hey, hold on, guys. Hey, we're doing D&D right now. Yeah, we're on a different call. Sorry. We'll be done in a few hours, probably. All right, I'm back. Okay, let's... So what are my choices? I get one of these?
You get 2 things.
I get 2 things? All right, so I'm going to try... Can I try for a spell slot and then choose what I want to do with my other one? Okay.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll try for a spell slot. 93.
Oh, that's a level 7 spell.
All right, I will take the level 7. I will take the level 7 spell, and I will take 2 to my wisdom.
Alright. You're gonna be uber, man.
Yeah. Hold on, I gotta go tell Monkey what the fuck's going on here. We're playing D&D, Monkey. We're all in a different call playing D&D together. All right, cool. Okay, cool, I'm back.
Alright.
All right, so plus 2 wisdom and a 7th level.
Yep. Then your staff get an extra +1 to hit and damage than what it already has.
Plus 2 now, okay.
And you roll a d4 for the aspect of the elemental that you have. Okay.
I rolled a 1.
I will post what you get for that, which is those things.
Yeah! I can come up through the ground. I'm a necromancer. I want to fucking cast Finger of Death on those motherfuckers. God damn it. All right, cool. So,
you've also got the wish. Yeah. So you've also got the wish, and you've also need to make a wisdom saving throw with advantage for me, please.
Okay, so I am proficient in this. I also have a 18, so I have a plus 7 to this.
You're
and
fine.
I crit it.
Yep. So you don't. So that's fine. So what is your floor currently?
Man, I can't. I lost the original character sheet,
Okay.
and
So
I never. So whatever, So he'd probably be his hubris, to be honest.
all right.
His
So that's going to be
arrogance.
exacerbated, right? So
Oh,
it's
so
going to
he's
be
even
like,
more arrogant now. Oh no, guys!
he's just going to be like arrogant and all as all hell. So you get a form of long-term madness. So let's roll for that.
Percentile, right?
Yep.
15. It's the same goddamn thing.
15. Long-term madness. No, 15 is vivid hallucinations. And you get disadvantage on ability checks.
Ah.
Yep, so you start to hallucinate really badly.
Uh-huh.
Which affects that. And I'll get you to roll for your alignment. So it's 2d6s.
5, 5.
5, 5. So we've got 5 is chaotic and 5 is evil. You are chaotic evil.
Oh no! Oh no!
So
right.
both Bubastis and Sasset have an evil bet today.
I think that we're going to make a deal with these.
I think you are too. This is going to be interesting. So, Zeka, what are you going to do?
Do I partake in the blood pact and become fell?
But a demigod!
You can sense that both Sasset and Bubastis are incredibly powerful after this. Like, you can see that Bubastis has the power of storm in him, that Nick or Sasset has somehow taken on aspects of the earth. But you can also see that they're not quite themselves.
If you're trying to convince me I should go with this, I was already writing down most of what we were going over with Sasset.
Alright, so yes?
I'm going to go with my flaw. I'm going to go with it.
Coveting power!
So have you chosen then those minor and major properties and things like that?
Yep.
While we were
I'm
talking?
taking the 4 AC.
Yeah.
For the minor. For the major, I'm going with +2 to my agility and
Excellent.
the +1d6 unresistible damage on hit.
Awesome. Yep.
And then I'm going to get the +1 hit and +1 damage for my weapon.
Yep. Yep. And then you just roll a d4 for the elemental.
1d4. I get a 4.
4. Everyone's got a different elemental, which is cool.
So you're fire then?
Water.
No, he's water.
Water? Oh. I thought we were going to be earth, wind, and fire.
No, toward Chieftain here.
So Sasset, after he's got the thing above her and is just fucking he's just vibrating with the power, and then as he brings the chalice back down, he makes eye contact with Secker, and he kind of cocks his head sideways, and then this sort of menacing grin stretches up his jackal features, and as it does so, he sinks into the earth, and then a moment later, he rises up out of the earth right in front of you and holds the chalice out and says, "Drink, my brother." And just wild, just mania in his eyes. And this just like dust, like you see bits of his fur are like petrifying and turning to dust and falling off of him, and it's kind of creating this little jitter of movement down him as it happens.
So you're giving yourself mange.
Basically.
Oh no! He's got amnesia! Oh fucking hell!
That suits my personality already. Because my flaw is, if there's a plan, I'll forget it. If I don't forget it, I'll ignore it.
Yep.
Are you serious? That's your
So
flaw?
that is my flaw already.
That was exasperated! You now have amnesia!
Exasperated, and he has amnesia. That is amazing.
So wait, so are you now the guy from that movie Momentum? Momentum?
He has no
no
idea.
short-term memory? So as you drink from the chalice and well, what else do you get? What else did he get?
Alignment.
Yeah, alignment. Please, thank you.
2d6.
6 successes. Yeah.
4 and 4.
4 and 4. I think that's neutral and neutral.
Which is what my natural role is.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
I
have
totally
no
did not
idea who
change
we
it.
are. So you basically just forgot yourself.
Yeah.
Like you got wet brain.
He knows who he is. He just doesn't know who any of you guys are.
This is unfortunate.
So yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So he's left to wander off, born identity style.
Look, I will say that you do remember one detail, okay? Because otherwise it'll totally derail this entire adventure. You do remember that you really hate hags, and there's hags nearby.
So as like the cloudiness leaves his eye and his transformation completes itself, like I get that, that unrecognizing look in his eye. I see it and I go, "What's the matter, Secker?"
Do I know you?
Yes, my friend. We have fought many battles and seen much glory together. And now we see more. Do you not feel the power? Does it not bring us ever closer?
You do feel more powerful than you've ever felt before. Now you do remember yourself.
But I don't remember why I got that way.
No, you don't remember why. But there is this chalice, this golden chalice in your hands.
Dare I say I'm a bit lost at the moment. Could you fill me in a little?
And so at this point, rather impatiently, but obviously skirting around the chalice in Secker's hands, Lubastis will kind of flow up ethereally almost behind Set and say, "Master, the blood thunders within me. We must hunt. We must hunt now."
Yes, we must find the hags. We must consume their souls.
Yep.
Yes,
Wow.
hags. Don't you remember our quarry? The glory. For the riches. For their power. We hunt the hags. And he's just fucking going crazy.
That's brilliant.
Wild-eyed and just chest pumped up, Fucking.
Alright, so I think at this point, having heard how each of you have acted, I'm going to give all of you inspiration.
Awesome.
Because
Fuck yeah.
that was awesome, guys. So yeah, and yeah, you're just so full of power. So how do you respond, Seka, to him saying that there's hags and that they're about to fight them?
Hags, you say?
Yes. Yes. Don't you remember our quarry?
We will rip out their dark hearts and feast them mightily, and slack our thirst on their saintly lifebloods.
Hags, you say?
This is going to be great. Okay, so with all of these bonuses that you guys have,
Yeah.
you're ready. So we're just going to like head straight off towards these hags.
Yeah.
With gusto.
Fuck yeah. Let's get him.
Okay. Cool. Alright. So yeah, you make your way to where the Hag Coven is, deep in the forest.
I tug on you every 5 minutes to ask where we're going.
You've only got your memory loss is anything that happened before today, like before you drunk. Yeah. So now you understand that you're after hags, but you have no idea why, or except that you hate them, or that they've done something against you. You don't remember exactly what, but...
Well, I figured my forgetfulness would have been something along the lines of the flaw being exasperated, more so than the amnesia.
No. Yeah. Yeah, so you got a plan, and you're just like,
Where are we going again? What?
What? Huh? Yeah, so you make your way to the Hags Coven, which is a big big cave. You know, you head there knowing exactly where you're going, and make it's a fairly short trek. It takes about 2 hours to get there, and basically what you come up to is just a cave entrance that's almost obscured by the roots and moss that sort of hang down over it. But you get an immediate sort of sense of evil here, which excites both both Sarset and Bubastis like crazy.
Do you smell it in the air?
Yes, master. It pounds in my chest like that of a thunderstorm. We must feed.
Yeah. Yes, we will indeed.
Alright. So, well, cool. So...
Sekker's just instinctively following these two motherfuckers.
It's just like, oh, well, they're out to get these hags. Why not? I was obviously here for a reason. They know my name.
He's probably pulled to the magic, the same magic that enchants us all. It's probably, you know, some kind of resonance there.
Yeah, there probably is.
Something along those lines.
There probably is.
So I think Larry and Mo need to drink out of the chalice.
Did
too.
I get Sekka to do? Did I get
Let's juice up the zombies, baby.
Did I get Sekka to do the
The
wisdom
wisdom saving throw? No, you didn't.
So it's wisdom with advantage.
Good luck.
Okay, I get +2 on my roll for wisdom.
Cool. Yep, you're good.
14.
Yep. So it's only Bubastis who has the wrestle with the other the inner creature.
God, I'm meant to deal with it.
And for him, the creature that's wrestling with him is actually chaotic good. So it is the calming good voice in his head, which is otherwise basically filled with thoughts of violence and power and evil. Right, so yes, this is a cave entrance. What do you guys want to do?
Fucking stride to fuck in, fucking light the staff up, Gandalf style, and just go for it.
You shall not roll any dice.
Show yourself, witches!
I could
The
do that.
Avatar of Anubis calls!
Alright, so you make your way into the cave, which twists and turns, and
Fucking ridiculous. Hey, be right back.
I don't remember what alignment that the water elementals are. They're neutral or something, aren't they?
actual water elementals?
Mm-hmm.
Do you mean the one that will be summoned by you?
Alrighty.
Well, I was just saying, Mike, did you fail your check?
No,
Or did
you're
you
the one
pass
that
it?
failed.
It's only you.
Okay, so it's only me. Okay, all right.
Yeah, and yours is chaotic good.
So what is this? What is this part in the middle? Is that an extra kind of attack that we can choose to do?
Yeah.
We can. Okay, nice. Okay. So it looks like there's a couple different attacks that you can do.
So each elemental has a slightly different thing. So for
me, weapon attacks deal extra die of bludgeoning damage. Interesting. Yeah. Okay, or I can use the maul ability, which is like a melee. It's like I turn my staff into a maul or something. Okay.
Secker, use Hydra pump. It's super effective.
Okay. All right, cool. So moving on in. Totally arrogant, completely thoughtlessly. I mean, just going for it.
Okay. So as you get closer to the hags, you hear horrid screeching female voices that are ritualistically chanting, and they're saying this: "The old ways are not dead. The well of souls shall be filled. The devourer shall be reborn." And they repeat this again and again, getting more intense and more, louder and more persistent.
Okay.
The old ways are not dead. The well of souls shall be filled. The devourer shall be reborn.
Fucking crazy. What do I want to do? I don't know what to do. I
Run
guess
in and wreck their shit, right?
I feel like that's the only thing we really can do. I think we just gotta just go in there. I mean, we're completely bloodthirsty, and I think I'm the walking fucking avatar of Anubis right now. So, yeah, I guess we're gonna have to just charge on in, man. I don't see any other choice.
What's their proximity? Like, how far apart are they, and that sort of thing?
Well, you don't see them yet. You just hear them.
Okay.
Alright, so I should probably get out paint and draw the room for you guys. Alright, so that. Okay, so hags can be purple for the night hag. Okay, so and then blue for the sea hag, and what's the other one? Let's see. And green. Oh, that's easy. Green.
So if it says it deals an extra die of damage, it doesn't specify what die that is?
It's whatever your die currently is.
Okay. Nice.
So as we are kind of traipsing our way down, I'm going to just have a moment of brilliance and just this beaming grin as he has a smart idea and just thinks to himself, of course I had this smart idea. I'm Saucet Hominette after all. But that's just internal. It's just internal dialogue. He doesn't actually say anything out loud. Instead, he stops for a moment and holds a hand up with just so self-importantly to halt everyone else. Everyone else must stop. And Larry and Mo they shamble an extra step and Saucet just screeches, "Hold!" And then they manage to stop in time and then he says, then he kind of turns around and he says, "Watch this! I call upon you, Father Earth. Come to my aid!" And I just begin to kind of reach and point out at different bits of the cavern wall and pull them out from behind us and as I do so, these chunks of the cavern wall kind of pool together on the ground and build up this figure, and eventually it comes to life as an earth elemental that then kneels before me, and Saucet steps up onto its shoulders and has it stand back up and rides it piggyback style, but with legs around the neck. So he's riding atop of this earth elemental now. And he looks down at you all and says, "Ha!"
Awesome. That's great. I'm just quickly drawing our room here.
Like as if in challenge.
It's not going to be perfect, but
he obviously thinks his power is greater than your two's power.
Yeah,
obviously.
Yes. Almost, as if he's challenging you to reply in some way.
So, okay, so he's astride this giant earth elemental, and so not being chaotic, but I think I'm lawful evil, switching in between that and chaotic good.
Yeah.
Periodically, I would say, yes, Master, it is very impressive, but remember, all things wither away with the sands of time. And you can just see like a moat of windborne sand kind of come up like a bandsaw blade and start to dissolve part of the elemental, digging into it a little bit.
Awesome.
But enough of that. We must hunt. We must feed.
Yes!
We must end this wrongdoing!
He looks like he's about to take issue, but you're able to divert his attention rather easily, now that the scales of insanity have been switched on us here. So Bubba's now manipulating Saucette instead of the other way around.
That's cool. Alright, so...
I thought you all were going to throw down and call your boys out, show off, but alright, I'll take it.
I'm not entirely sure that mine's going to be okay with what I'm doing, so... Sucker's like, where are we again? Why are we in a cave? Are we there yet?
What's going on?
Who are you people? He's turned into an elderly Alzheimer's patient.
Man, if only I could meld into magical rock, I could wear the fucking elemental like a power suit.
That would be awesome.
God damn it.
You can form him however you want, right? So why don't you just have his top half be like a tower, like a parapet. You could just sit on top of it and be like, ha ha!
Now his whole body forms around me, and it's just my face sticking out of the of his head. That's all you guys see. Oh shit. No, I'll ride him. Yeah, I like that. So he kind of looks like a rook, and I'm actually I'm up at the top, riding around in his battlement. That's awesome. I'm fucking up in my little walking castle.
I told you about that other adventure we had, and it took a lot of resources, and we had a mobile fortress.
Yeah.
All right, so I'll share this. Oops. So I'll just zoom in a little bit. And there we go.
And how big are those squares?
5 feet.
5 feet.
So the circles are like. Does that show up properly? Let me just have a look.
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay, so yeah, the circles are like almost like steps, except they're a little bit less thick than steps. So it's like layers upon layers of, and it sort of all sort of goes down. So it's all bending down to the very bottom, and on the bottom layer, where the hags are, and I'll adjust their position a little bit so that they're actually on proper. squares. But yeah, basically that's the lowest layer there, and they are at an altar, a circular altar, on the ground, and there we go. And there is a oops, there is a big sort of glass container that's on the altar, and inside the glass container is some sort of clear liquid, and like in the center of the liquid, somehow held, is this pure. I guess it's a yellow. Yeah, like an amber gem. It's a pure circle, and it's suspended somehow in this liquid, in this glass capsule, that's at the center of this altar. And they continue to chant, "The old ways are not dead. Well of the soul shall be filled. The devourer shall be reborn." And they are, waving their arms, and but they basically stand still where they are. The majority. So I'll just make sure that you guys know exactly which square that they're in, because it's a little bit unclear with their current layout. But yeah, that's what we see. That's where they are. So purple one's here, blue one is here. There we go.
All right.
And we are coming in the doorway over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, over there.
And it's stone? Everything's stone here?
Everything's stone.
Completely
Okay.
stoned.
And there is another door opposite us. So what? 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. So over here. There's another door. Yeah.
Okay. So I'm gonna, as we approach our quarry, I got this idea of slipping in there underground.
Yep.
And having and snatching up their artifact when they're distracted by the other guys.
The other guys.
Yeah.
You know, us guys. The other guys.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I don't know if that's a good idea or not, though. So actually, why don't we just stick together? That's probably best. I shouldn't run off. But would he do it? I don't know if he'd do it or not. What would he do?
Well, you are like, Grandpappy Crazy Pants right now.
Yeah.
So you're chaotic evil.
Yeah. I rolled for it. He has to stay with them. Okay, so he's not maddened enough to leave you all to fight the witches while he sneaks in there and steals the artifact. So he'll stay in his battlement atop his tower of commands and stay with you guys. So yeah, let's. Can we kind of try to surprise him? Can we try to sneak up on him a little bit?
Well, it looks like they're distracted. With this ritual at this stage. Doesn't seem like to you that they have figured out that you're here.
Oh, okay. So I'll kind of like bend low and kind of like hit like stick my head out from between two of the battlements and kind of whisper into the elemental's ear. Try to be stealthy now. And, and then I would turn and kind of nod and look at Bubastis and then you know as my blink yeah.
Your elemental just goes. Oh.
Yeah.
Sounds like stones scraping against each other.
You're good with that bow, boy. Why don't you show us what you can do?
Am I?
No, I was talking to Secker.
I'm saying, I'm just picking on him. Am I? Bo? What? Arrows?
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. We must hunt. We must kill them all. My voice is starting to go. All right.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard.
Shit.
It's hard doing the gravelly voice. Oh my goodness. So if we get a surprise attack, let me up to 120 feet, and we are inside the door. We can see them clearly.
Yes, it's a very open chamber. This outer wall, which I will go over in a different color. This outer wall, this one, is kind of the wall to the chamber, whereas the rest of them are just those little levels, little steps.
Okay.
Yep.
So
it's a pretty fucking big chamber.
Yeah, I was going to say it's pretty large. So I am going to do my best to try to push past this big fucking rock golem here right in the way.
Okay.
And just
yeah. So do you guys want to just like attack them? If so, you may roll initiative and then figure out what order you guys are going in.
Yeah, I think we're going in there to fuck them up. Let's just do it.
Okay, so that's okay. You guys can roll initiatives. And I will roll initiatives for these guys.
Motherfucker, sauce set finally brings it. Not going dead last this time, bitches. 19, straight up.
19. No, 19. So Susset.
You watch
19. Bubastis got 13.
Mm-hmm.
Freaking Titan's grave.
And what did Stecker get?
If initiative is supposed to be the roll plus dexterity, then I have 11.
11.
No, actually, that's right. I have +2 my dexterity. It's 12.
12. And then we've got Green Hag.
How do you want to handle the elemental? And
Night Hag. They will go on your terms.
okay.
Sea Hag. Okay, so I need 3 lots here. 3. So we've got Green Hag at 4. Night Hag at 19 plus. Hang on a second. I've got all of the elemental stats, so you don't need to worry about that section of it. I'll just roll for, or you. I'll just tell you what to roll, I guess. Hags, Night Hag. Sorry, for some reason that didn't. So plus. Okay. Change shape. Okay. I'll just cut copy that little bit. Sorry.
It's once per day, hon.
The elemental? Yeah.
Well, not just the elemental. I'm referring to the ability that we got from it. Like the water jet for me.
Oh, the water jet?
Sorry, I didn't mean like elemental as in summon elemental.
The water jet is just an attack.
Really?
Yeah.
It's like an extra attack you can do. It's an optional attack. So instead of using a bow or a sword or something, you can use it.
Pretty sure that's how it works. Let me double check that before I commit, but I'm pretty sure that's how it works. Because I'm making this up. I made this magic item myself, so.
Well, it's a damn good one.
Yeah, it's very good.
I got the touch.
Okay, so I was wrong. They do have a recharge. Their recharge is 4 to 6 on a 6-sided dice.
Okay.
So basically, every time you use it, you have to roll a d6 to get the use back, and if you roll 4, 5, or 6, you get the use back.
At the beginning of your turn, so.
Yeah.
Like, you start your turn, you roll to see if you recharge your special. If you do, you can use it again. If you don't, you can't.
That's
Mine's
pretty
a
much.
sustaining, though, right?
They're pretty powerful, so definitely fucking use them. Use them or lose them, baby.
21, and the Sea Hag got +1, so 18. Okay, so we've got that. I'm just checking to see whether they perceived you. No, they did not. Okay, so you get 1 round of surprise.
Awesome. Awesome. So, so as Bubba tries to like muscle past me, that's all Southset needs to push him over the edge, and so he kind of has the golem kind of backhand Bubba a little bit, and then shuffle through the door as fast as it can, and move forward. I'm gonna.
So, as it's muscling past me, you just see my visage just like shift, like, and my eyes take on a reddish hue, and I just snap at the golem's arm, and you hear the gray steel of my teeth just like as he slides out of my grip to go forward.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, can I have since we're not gonna make it all the way there? Wait, 10, 20, 30. Yeah, we're not making it all the way there. We're not making it all the way there. Can I have the golem's action this turn be to give Bubba a lift with me?
Yeah.
Okay. So as your teeth grate across it, and right at the very end, you hear Sawset from the top yell down, "Fine then, come!" And the elemental brings its arm as it comes out of your mouth. It brings it up and around and swoops underneath you, and unless you like squirm out of the way, it will carry you forward with us.
Well, not so much squirming out of the way, but I'm going to continue to try to bite it. Just
the whole time as you still come along with us.
Yeah.
Right. So we're from atop this earth elemental. I will move forward for his full length of movement.
So the elemental, it's an earth elemental. He has 30 feet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So I need to increase the size of that. So Earth Elemental is here.
Excellent.
And
Bubba...
do you want him to throw Bubba, do you? Because he can.
Oh! Yeah. What's your favorite color, Bubba?
So, I'll take the one on the left. Ah! I'm still trying to bite the...
Right, so I'm going to make him roll... Can you roll an athletics check for me for the elemental, please?
Yeah. 14 on the die.
14 on the die. Plus 5 he'll get, so that's 19. So I will let him throw Bubba up to 9 squares.
So we're towards the purple.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So he can land there. So Bubba, what color do you want to be? I might put you in yellow if that's okay.
Yeah, that's great, man. It's my favorite colors.
So just here, man. Is that all right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So you are there.
Awesome. Now, also, my 2 zombies are flanking. They're using their movement to move up with the thing, and I will give them. I will use a bonus action to give them a standing order to attack the attack that green witch, and so that's their orders from here on out, unless I use a bonus action to change them. Are to attack that green witch.
Okay. And did you move it all, Nick?
Yeah, I moved atop. I'm riding it atop the. So we made the Earth Elemental have kind of a very small battlement at the top, like the top of a tower, very small, and I'm up in that like a rook. Yeah, a rook with arms and legs.
Right, you're in red.
And I'm in that. Yeah. Oh yeah, I'm in there. So I'm actually. So then I am going to. I am going to cast a spell with my action, and then also use some movement. So my spell will be. I think it's. Let me. Sorry, I was less prepared than I expected to be here. I didn't actually think I'd go first, for fuck's sakes. I never go first. All right, so I'm going to cast a Spirit Guardians on myself. So what this looks like from the top, the rook, holding on to one of the battlements. As the thing moves forward, and I'm standing atop of it to hold my balance. Sawset, lifts his staff into the sky, and it just ignites in just brilliant fire, much brighter than it's ever been before. Anyone's ever seen it. And as he does so, first he's pumping it into the sky, right? But every time at the apex of the pump, the brilliant light at the head of the staff of the Dulcinerg, it lets off this wisp, and it comes out, but it elongates and stretches, and it takes on the form of like a vaporous and malevolent spirit. And they just begin to just one after another as the elemental marches forward, just almost in beat with his footsteps, and they begin to just whip around me until like within a 15-foot radius. And besides all of my allies, which is I'm incanting and look around, I mark them all as safe, putting these little glyphs, projecting these little glyphs out and onto their foreheads to mark them as safe. And then, as finally I finish the incantation, and as Bubba is thrown, and as my guardian is moving forward to make his next step, but at the end of his movement, I simply jump off of him. And as I hit the ground, I just sink into it, and I just move 5 feet downwards.
Okay. Cool.
Absolutely. So within 15 feet of me, there's now this swirling mass. So about 10 feet above the ground, and all 15 feet around me.
Like in a circle around you, or a
Yeah.
square around you.
Yeah. Whichever way you want to do it. So some of it, but not all of it, would be above ground kind of thing. That's how I see it. If you want to call it different, that's cool. It's your game.
So a 15-foot sphere of death around you.
Yes, essentially. That's how I see it.
Okay. So like that, just that area.
Yeah. So, and I'm underground, and I'm off the golem. And as I go, I indicate to the golem to charge into battle to assist Bubba.
Okay. Oops.
Indicate to him telepathically, or however it's working for this relic.
Yeah. Okay. Oops. Alright, so you're...
It's a pretty badass opening sequence there, I gotta say. I'm pretty pleased with that.
Yeah.
I got some stuff. I got some stuff.
You got some stuff to do, too? Oh, fuck, I put you into position, baby. You know, it's a team effort. Look at your positioning. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful?
It's beautiful.
Alright. So you're untargetable. You're untargetable, so...
Yeah, I am.
So I'm just going to put you over there. I know where you are.
And I drop off the back of it. Yeah, so just I'm right behind the Earth Golem right now.
Okay, just untargetable.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, that's okay. In that case,
I have to come up to that.
Yeah, and I think you'll have to come up to breathe as well.
Yeah. Yeah, but I mean, I'm coming up every turn. I'm just down there right now.
Cool.
And I'll stay in the fray eventually, but for now I'm going to use it. I got it, right?
All right. So Seka.
Well, I think.
Oh, Bastus, sorry.
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
Bastus, I need you to make a athletics check when you land, please.
Okay. Well, let me go ahead and do that now, I guess. So
you're going to get double proficiency, remember?
Yep.
So that'll be a +6, plus your strength mod.
So plus 9 to it there, I guess.
Awesome. Straight up 20, modified 20. Or...
That would be great. So 15, right? Well, 14.
14.
14. Yeah.
14. Okay. So he tossed you 9 squares.
But I can fly, so that's the thing.
Can.
Okay, so that's fine. Yep, you flap your wings.
No. So how this looks is this golem like chucks me like a freaking football, and so I'm sailing through the air and just the whole time, and I'm sure this night hag, I think the purple one was the night hag, looks up just in time to see my eyes start to crackle in that purple energy tinged with a red chaos, and I like I was going to use my vomit breath weapon. I exhale and a sandstorm pours out of my mouth, and a 10-foot radius, a 5-foot radius, so 10-foot wide pillar of swirling sand, wind, but sand, I like the sand idea, engulfs both of us, and she, or it, will have to make a succeed on a DC 13 strength check, and will be restrained if she fails.
Night hag. Sorry. 15 strength. So what did she get? She got a 10.
Okay, so
So plus 4, so 14. So she fails.
okay, so wait. Well, she passed. That's a DC 13.
Oh, 13. Okay, yep. So she got 14. She's got plus 4 to strength.
Wow, that's pretty brawny witch there. Okay, well anyway, so this happens. So she's not restrained, but she is engulfed in this whirlwind.
Yep. She is engulfed. Wow, you guys just got really loud, buddy.
Yeah, sorry, I'm reading the. Well, is that me or is that?
I don't know, but it's okay now. It was just really loud for a second.
Okay, yeah. So we are engulfed, and I think that is my action. But as a bonus action, and perhaps as in reaction to not having this witch restrained, I will be engulfed in rage.
So does that actually do anything other than try and restrain her? Like, is there any damage or anything like that?
There is oddly not, but it doesn't. I guess if she starts her turn there, but it doesn't mention that. You would think so, though.
Okay. So that's the elemental ability, isn't it?
Yeah. So it's a good opening.
So yeah. So it takes half bludgeoning damage. Yeah. So she does take. So do you want to roll 3d8 for me?
Does it do damage? Because well, okay.
That's what it says to me, but 3d8.
I may not have copied all of it over.
That's okay.
This doesn't have the damage on that.
I may have not either. So
I think that's the Earth one that does that.
No, water does the bludgeoning damage.
So it would have been 15, but she takes 7. Alright,
Okay.
So Night Hag is... Oh god. I'm not doing so well with these. 112, okay. So she takes... Okay. Cool. Excellent. Done, done, done. Dun, dun, dun. But not restrained. Okay, so is that your turn then?
That will be my turn.
Awesome. That's cool. All right. Seka.
Okay, I get a couple of questions for it.
All right.
Number one is going to be, what is the range on my summon elemental? And the second one will be, would the water in the cauldron be sufficient enough to conjure the elemental from it?
Okay. 2 very good questions. Give me 2 seconds, and I will find out the range. Summon. Okay. Let's have a look here.
Man, it's too bad Keanu couldn't make it because we could form Captain Planet if you.
Did you see my comment earlier about that?
No.
I said, burn the witch. Wait, fire was the only one we didn't get. Damn it, Keanu, you needed to be here for a fire-breathing gnome on a fire-breathing cockatrice.
Nice. Alright, so I just gotta find this spell.
Shave his mustache.
His mustache is made of fire.
Fire comes out of his nose.
So he's like Mario. He's like,
So it's 90 feet. So yeah, 90 feet, and you want to know if the container of water is big enough. Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes, but it will shatter the container if you do.
Yeah, do it.
Got no plan.
you gotta break all their shit.
Well, you're freaking flying through the air with your teeth snarling, spit probably flying out behind you.
Fly through the air with the greatest of ease, the chimera.
Alright, so
on the
you
flying
are.
trapeze.
Do you want to do that? So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30.
That did move forward.
So you can on this turn if you like.
Yeah.
Alright. So
And when he pops out, can he be like, surprise, motherfucker?
So there's going to be a water elemental appear here. I think that they're large, but we're just going to call them medium for the sake of this. So where do you want to move, Sekka? Do you want to move anywhere?
I'm actually going to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it's going to be 4 spaces forward into the room, which puts me right behind Susette, and then 2 spaces north, so that would be my full movement.
Right there. Cool.
I assume that's my action, and I do not have a bonus action at this range.
Okay. Well.
It might not be as eventful, but...
Yeah, so on this turn, several elementals came into the room. There's a massive whirlwind going on. There's the container bursts. And so the Night Hag will actually be the first of the... Yep, in the next round, she'll be the first to act because she got a 21. So... statistics, okay. Oh. Alright. So she is going to cast Sleep.
Wait, that was the surprise round.
Yeah.
Was it oh, okay.
So she's got
Oh, wow.
21, so she beats all of you.
Okay.
She was aware of us before we came down somehow.
So you got the first round. You've all had a
Oh,
shot.
yeah. No, I thought we were... I didn't hear you say start. I'm looking for a fucking spell right now, so I was distracted.
Alright. We're going to cast Sleep. S. So what is that? No, actually, she's going to cast this other spell. So she starts, so her eyes become an inky void, imbued with dread power. She's going to select the closest creature. Can she actually see you, Bubastis, in that? So what does it say here? Flying, such as air thrown. Doesn't say that you're... Random direction. Yep. Okay. So yeah, she can target you. Must make a wisdom saving throw.
That pulled up here. Fiddling around in my character sheet. Okay. Wisdom saving throw. I surprisingly have no bonuses to that. So here's to my crappy luck with D20s today. Yeah, that's about right.
About right. You fall asleep, so you are unconscious.
Okay. Am I can't. I lost all the DMG and everything whenever I had to reinstall everything.
Yeah.
My rage doesn't do anything for mental effects, does it?
I don't believe so, but I will double check for you.
I appreciate it.
Barbarian. Rage. Resistant to bludgeoning, piercing, and slashing. Advantage on strength checks and strength saving throws. Not against wisdom saving throws, unfortunately.
All right. Well, there's that. So I take a snooze.
Yeah, all of the pent-up rage has suddenly overcome you.
And I just short out. So how this looks is you can see just a flash of light come from the bottom of this vortex. The other players that are not underground, so Secker, and you just see the sand almost halt in plain reaction to that flash, and then just the whole tumbling tower just falls to the ground and washes out in the sea, and you see the hag standing over the prone form of Bubastis.
Yeah, so yeah, she turns, and her eyes, like I said, became an inky void, imbued with dread power, and she just sort of like reaches up her hand with these massive claws and just like waves it in front of him, and he just falls into the slumber. So that's her turn. It is Sarset's turn.
Oh, me. Okay.
So you know that he's asleep. You've seen him just bam. You know that if he was to take any damage, that he would wake up.
Yeah. So. All right. Let's resolve the others first. So, Earth Elemental and the two zombies will move into melee range with the green hag.
Alrighty. Yep. Okay. So let's do that. Get rid of those. And the two zombies. Zip. Zip. Alright. And they're going to move in. I'm going to be here. Zip. And the two zombies. Zip. Zip. Yep.
Okay.
So, the Earth Elemental, I guess I'll roll for that.
Okay. Since you've got the stat block, I don't have the zombies with me. Fuck, let me, I'll look them up while you're dealing with the other one.
Unfortunately, I rolled a 2. Plus 8. So the green hag. No, it's definitely not going to hit the green hag. I'm sorry.
Okay.
He does make 2 attacks though, so I will.
Okay.
That's 15 versus armor class, and that doesn't hit either.
Okay. All right. Well, the 2 Zomberts will attack then. 315. And with a slam, so +3. There, 1, 2, boom, miss. 16.
No.
Okay, so both of them miss.
Yeah. So she is covered. She's covered in like this moss-like substance. This green, almost alive looking skin. And when you attack, when they attack, you can see that their slam or their claws and the elemental's massive fist just sort of like get absorbed by this spongy green substance that covers all of her body.
Okay. Okay, so I'm going to rise up out of the ground, moving 10 feet up, or I'm using 10 feet of movement to emerge.
Yep.
I'm going to move forward 10 feet.
Okay.
And then after I cast a spell, I'm going to submerge myself.
Okay.
Again. So yeah, so Sawset comes bubbling up just in time to watch his minions fail him. And he scoffs, and then he looks and he sees Bubba's asleep. What is this mockery? And I am going to I've got to hit you to wake you up.
You may also, if you choose, as a free action, I will allow you to make an Arcana check against that spell. It'll be a difficult check.
Uh-huh. Okay. Well, I can try. But since I'm hallucinating so badly right now, I only rolled a 4. So
Yeah.
I didn't get it.
Yep.
I will use motherfucker. Like, what am I gonna use? I gotta like do some damage to the motherfucker. Kind of wake his ass up. And,
You don't have like.
I don't have any decks. I'm not gonna try to hit him with. I'm not gonna try to like throw a rock at him. Like, I'll miss. I'll straight up miss if I do that, dude. Well, what is his? So I have advantage against on attacks against him, right?
Yeah.
I'm guessing.
Yeah, because he's
slave.
Yeah. So you could,
Because I didn't take guiding bolt.
That, or you can just wait for Saka. But yeah, it's up to you.
All right, so I'm going to. All right, so yeah, so this is what Sawset does: is he strides forward and looks disgustedly at Bubba. He whips up some of that good green, dark, smoky energy, and he sends it scuttling across the ground, and just a single one of those ethereal hands just kind of pops up out of the ground right next to Bubba's face, and then just tries to bitch slap him one.
Okay.
All right, so I got to make an attack roll. Unfortunately, Bubba increased his AC considerably. So what is your AC? What is this? What is your AC, Bubba?
It's currently 20.
Whoa.
All right. Well, I have a hell of a fucking shot at this. So I have plus. So my wisdom is 18, so that's +4.
Yeah.
I have +2 for the staff. That brings it to +6.
6.
And then I have +3 from my proficiency bonus, which brings me to a +9.
9.
And I get to roll with advantage, so I'll roll the 2 dice. Please do something. Don't waste my turn, please. Don't. That's a 3, and that's. Oh no! So somehow, it just didn't. I don't know how, but it didn't have enough solidity, and it just kind of poofs across his face. And
Your
then
compassion for Bubastis overwhelms you.
That's fucking bullshit. God damn it. Alright, well, there goes my fucking action. I drop back into the ground.
Okay. Alright, so that was...
I'm scowling the whole way down, arms enough.
So the Sea Hag is next. So she's the blue one. Target's creature. Okay. I haven't been doing that either. So I'm just going to make this at the end rather than at the start because I've got so much going on here. So at the end of your turn, Nick, could you please make me a wisdom saving throw because you can see the Sea Hag for me?
At the end, because I saw her at some point during my turn, or
Yeah.
okay.
Any humanoid that ends its turn within 30 feet. Hang on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, you're underground at the end of your turn, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm underground.
Okay, never mind.
Okay.
So that's okay. I can still make it at the start. Well, alright. Cool. That's a pretty good tactic actually against these things.
Yeah, well, and I still got that 15-foot thing it moves with, so we'll just remember. So basically, if you're within a square, if you're within 2 squares of me, you're hit. You're hit by it.
Alright. So she will, I guess, maybe cast a spell. What can she cast?
It's a pain in the ass running spellcaster monsters, isn't it, dude?
I know, it's like...
It's such a pain! It adds so much depth to the fight, but also so much fucking trouble.
Alright, so she looks over to Sekka, and she waves her hands and wails. Sekka, can you make a wisdom saving throw, please?
Wait.
They love their wisdom saving throws.
I fucking made a mistake, too.
That
That's
would be
okay.
a 20.
A 20?
Modified.
Okay. On a successful save, the spell ends. Okay. So that failed. So for
hello, and you're like, fuck off.
Yeah.
I totally forgot what happened.
Yeah, you become frightened for like a millisecond, and then you're like, what just happened? I forgot. It's like the most horrifying visage you've ever seen in your life appears before your eyes, and you're just like, what was that? I don't even remember that. So that happened. So that's her turn. She will continue. She will then turn back to the ritual, and then it is Bubastis's turn, who is asleep.
Can I make a roll of some sort to try to escape that?
I'm just looking at that. It wakes up if it takes any damage, or if another creature uses its action to shake the sleeper awake.
Oh fuck! Well, I should have used my bonus action to tell one of my zombies. I'll do that next turn. Sorry,
Okay.
man. They weren't in range to get to you that turn anyway. If they survive, I'll have one of the zombies come over there and get you. Unless Secker gets you up.
Yeah. So unfortunately, Bubastis, this round you are sleeping it off. Secker, it is your turn. So you've seen him fall asleep. You've felt frightened for a millisecond and then have forgotten what just happened. What would you like to do?
I'm going to do something a little crazy, but why not?
Yep.
Well, actually, I should probably resolve whatever the water elemental needs to do.
Yep.
His name is Wet Willie, by the way, just so you know.
So he can attack either the Night Hag, which is to the north, the Green Hag, which is being flanked by these zombies, or the Sea Hag, which is currently by itself down here in blue.
I think it'll be hilarious. I'll have it go against the Sea Hag, which probably means it's not going to do any good.
Alright,
The
so
sea hag fights the sea.
it comes down here.
Okay.
And it's a water elemental, right? So it can slam. Do you want it to try and? Do you want it to just make a normal slam attack, or try its special ability?
Go with the special.
Alright, must make a DC 15 strength saving throw. Okay. I make a DC 15 strength saving throw. I fail. So you can roll 2d8 plus 4 damage.
That is a 10 plus 4 would be 14.
So 14. And she takes 14 damage. Alright, and she is grappled. And
Miss me.
unable to breathe. That's bad.
That's
Miss
going to
me,
go hard on this
go
spell cast.
inside. Your mama's coming home. I swear to God, she's coming home.
You swear Anubis.
Right, so that's the elemental's turn. It is grappling with the night hag, with the sea hag.
I make hags wet.
I thought I was.
Oh,
Wait, did you get the sea hag wet? Did we finally do a little damage, or?
Yes. And she's suffocating in water.
Yeah.
Nice. Blub, blub, blub.
glub. She got a wet willy.
You just
Whoa.
see like this thumbs up hand just come sticking up out of the ground for a second, but as you're
like Terminator style.
yeah.
She's actually able to breathe because
Yeah.
she's amphibious.
Yeah,
So
you should've
she is
sent-
grappled.
You knew you shouldn't have sent her for it, but you did it anyway. It's all good.
Hey, see,
Yeah, it's fun.
Sorry.
Fun.
Whoops.
Well, she's like
I mean,
dripping wet.
if she's breathing elemental though, I mean, couldn't he just like, deoxygenate all the water in his body?
Oh Lord, have mercy. That's an advanced move.
Or if she's a sea hag, can she only breathe salt water?
No, no.
So
she can breathe elemental.
So she's a platypus.
All right, but you got her grappled at least, right?
Yeah,
And
she's
you
grappled
did some-
and she's taken damage. Like,
You've done some damage. Okay.
An angry sea witch inside a mobile fish tank.
Yeah, just move her ass out of here. Just send her out the back door and let us pummel the other two.
Walk her back outside. You stay out here now.
yeah. So,
Remember your wishes can cast level 8 and below spells.
Or she can... Oh. Or she can... he can carry her back into the effect range of the swirling angry spirits around you.
Well, it in itself is going to be affected by that too.
Yeah. Glub glub.
all right. So what do you want to do after that?
I am going to move north one space, and Secker uses Hydro Pump.
Uses Hydra pump.
Does it do a line attack?
It's a line attack,
Yeah! Get that Bubba back up!
and it will do damage even if you save. If
Okay.
you want to save.
I will regenerate it. Potentially.
So the line of effect, 60 feet in one direction, 5 feet wide. DC 13 of Dex saving throw for her,
Yep.
Cool. Well, I mean,
and that includes you,
that's
Bubba.
cool. I've ruined my ability to roll well, I think. Yeah, see, there's a 2. My dice are rigged.
It's dice stream, man. It's actually not.
And I think, to be completely honest with you, I think you have to roll that with disadvantage as well. Because you're unconscious.
Well, there's not much worse than 2. I mean,
Watch him roll a 1.
It's a 4. It's a 4.
so she succeeds, but she still takes damage because she's doing half, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's doing half.
What kind of? It does bludgeoning damage, so I'll take half of that
Bludgeoning.
anyway.
Okay. Well, 66.
Wow.
And I don't think... Yeah, that doesn't affect that. The unresistible damage bonus doesn't affect spells, does it? Or abilities, I guess.
For the purpose of today, I'm gonna say no for this. Yeah.
That's the right call. That's not how... Yeah, it's not written that way. It says melee attacks.
6, 7, 10. So 13, which means I'm only doing 6 damage to each.
All right. 6.
Deducting 6 damage.
Alright, and Bubba is awake.
She has to make a concentration save, and she fails! Oh my god! Alright, so this is what happens, right? So her spell ends, which means she can't target anyone else with that spell, because she failed her concentration. So Bubba wakes up because he's
Angry.
taking damage.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
And wet. Angry
And
and
she
wet.
can't cast that spell again. So well done with that. That's awesome. Great job.
Yes. Secker, you're the only one who fucking did anything right!
Alright, so that was Sekka. So the next thing, I've got the green hag to go. She is currently being grappled. No, she's not.
No,
The
green hag's
green
not
hag.
grappled. She's just
Green hag
flanked.
surrounded. Alright,
Yeah.
so... She's mirroring. Okay. She attacks when concentration ends. Okay. So she will... She will turn invisible.
Okay.
Turn invisible. Which means that she's not... And she's actually gonna move out of this square.
So they'll. I believe they still get them. I think they just have to roll with disadvantage, correct? If
Yep.
you move out.
Yep.
They'll flail around, use reactions to attack if it's available.
Yep, so they can do that with
Okay.
disadvantage.
Okay. Do you want me to just roll the 20s this time? I'll
Yeah.
I'll just tell you what they are. Okay, so this is for the Earth Elemental.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's going to be miss. Easy. Zombie 1. No hits.
No hits. Yep, so she is where she is, but no one can see her.
Okay.
She's
you
invisible.
You actually want to come out of that. Or until her concentration ends. Yeah, like she can go invisible again. So she comes out of that, and strikes out at Sekka. Because she's hidden, she gets advantage for that. That's lots. So your armor class isn't like
Is 19.
Yeah, so yeah, you still get hit with 12 slashing damage from her claws.
Uncanny dodge, use a reaction.
You couldn't
No.
see her.
Well, you said she materialized.
Okay, sure. Okay. Yeah, until she attacks. So yeah, okay. Yep, you can do that.
Okay, so I take 6.
As her sharp claws slash against your stomach. Into your stomach.
I just got my nails done.
Alright, so we're back to the start of initiative with the Night Hag, who has lost her concentration.
And is
Now being
standing
faced-
below a very angry chimera.
Yeah.
And also has to roll for resisting grapple of the whirlwind.
The whirlwind failed whenever I went unconscious.
That means it would disappear completely.
Well, it dissipates if it's out of line of sight, and if my eyes are closed, then it's out of line of sight.
Alright, so we'll just, get rid of that. Yeah. Alright, cool. This is like a hectic battlefield. Alright, so Night Hag.
Miss B.
Oh, she's gonna be a dick. Oh, actually, no. She will touch her claws to your forehead, Bubastis, and then she will start to cackle. And then she'll say, "I see you brought a little something with you. Enjoy the ride." And she swipes her hand, and you are flinged. Let's make it. You are flung 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 to here.
Mm-hmm.
By an invisible force. Actually, No, it's gonna be, sorry, 5, 10, 15, 20, to here, actually. And what it feels like, it doesn't feel like, it feels like you are actually pulled by your pack. You can actually feel a weight, like the weight of your pack pull you, and so it turns you around and pulls you past her and towards the doorway on the other side of the room.
Okay.
So that's what you feel, and that's what she does. So that's her turn. Yep, that's her turn. So that's the Night Hag. Sasette, it's your turn.
All right. So I am going to emerge using 10 feet of my movement. I am going to take stock of the battlefield as I emerge. And as I see Bubba being flung backwards, I quickly divert a little bit of my consciousness and reach out to the two zombies and the Earth Elemental and command them with a bonus action to go after the Night Hags.
Okay.
I then will turn and I'm going to go diagonal up left twice and
Okay.
engage the green hag.
Okay. And you've still got this aura around you, correct?
I do, indeed, yes.
To like here, or?
Yes.
And
And
so
I've
this...
saved myself 10 feet of movement so that I can submerge again. And, so I'm going to move in. The spirits that are whipping around me in a maelstrom, they all do their thing. I don't know when they do it for you. But I am also going to just bring my let me see this thing real quick. Let me check my special ability because it looked pretty cool. But it was also melee weapon, attack, highest ability. So that's what I use, my highest ability modifier to make the attack. Yep. Oh, that's easy. Yeah, actually, straight up says that. But I think instead I'm going to use harm person as a 3rd level spell slot.
Okay.
So that will be. Let me find it. Is it a 2nd level spell? Where the fuck is it? Oh, you know what? It might be down here in the. Sorry about this. I thought I was ready.
No, you're right. I'm struggling with the gravity of the battle. So
Yeah, yeah. So we're gonna do some attack. We're gonna do. Do you want me to do the damage for my spirits on my turn, and then on their turn, or just on their turn?
So this, I don't really know how the spell works.
I can read it to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Let me get to it real quick. Third level spell. It's called Spirit Guardians. Okay, you call forth spirits to protect you. They flit around you the distance of 15 feet for up to the duration. If you're good or neutral, their spectral forms appear angelic or fey. Your choice. If you're evil, they appear fiendish. When you cast this spell, you designate any number of creatures you can see to be unaffected by it. And affect. Hold on a second. Oh fuck! Now I lost the spot. Okay, here's the good stuff. All right, you can do. Okay, so an infected creature's speed is halved in the area, and when the creature enters the area for its first time on a turn or starts its turn there, it must make a Wisdom saving throw, or on a failed saving throw, the creature takes 3d8 radiant damage, or 3d8 necrotic. In this case, it'd be necrotic. On a successful save, the creature takes half.
Okay, 3d8 necrotic damage then.
Okay.
Because it failed, and it says quite clearly there.
If you first time you come into it, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So
here's the first. Okay, so pretty shitty, but that's okay. So that's 10.
10. Yep.
That's 10 as these spirits rip at it, and then I come in with harm person, which I've still not found for some fucking reason, because I could have sworn it was a first level. Inflict wounds. Okay, here it is. Yeah. Second level or higher, it's 1d10. Okay, so I'm using a third level spell slot on this.
Okay.
It's a melee spell attack. Yeah, so I'll go ahead and make the attack roll.
Okay.
So I have a +9.
Okay.
God damn it, you motherfucker! You better hit something. Oh my god, I rolled a 2. Okay. All right. All right. So the spell misfires, and I sink back into the ground with a depressed look on my face.
Yeah.
And I've used up a third level spell slot, my bonus one.
Do you wanna use your inspiration, Nick?
Oh, I forgot about it. Yes, I do. Okay, I'm gonna roll again. Okay, I rolled a 12 that time, so it's a 21.
That'll hit.
That's a hit! Yeah!
You finally hit something!
Anubis like appears before your eyes.
And then you that works.
Awesome, yeah. So what you guys see is he saw set, with commands, and that shit goes on, and then he moves forward, and the ethereal, these spirits, these menacing, like sharp-edged spirits, are thrashing at the hag, whipping around her, and then from her perspective, she just got all this misty energy and these claws coming out, and then all she sees is just this giant green, black, glowing stab come crashing in on her, and I do 5d10 necrotic.
Ooh, 5d10. That's kind of nice.
Come on, baby. Okay, they're not great, but it's not horrible either. So that's 15. Yep. So
21.
21 necrotic damage to add to the other necrotic damage that I've already done, which is decent. Awesome.
Right.
So very middling attack, but it was I got some damage on the board.
Yes, you did. So they've all taken damage now.
My turn's not over, by the way.
Okay.
I still need to resolve the 3 attacks on the Night Hag.
So did you do a weapon attack though with that spell?
That was a melee. Spell attack. So it wasn't technically a weapon attack.
Okay.
And we said that it doesn't work on spells earlier, so.
Oh, okay. I must have been tending my dinner.
Yeah, it's cool.
All right. So let's make these attacks versing the Night Hag.
I've got plenty of fucking. I did good. I got plenty of play on my turn. Okay, so the first one's going to be the Earth Elemental that shambles forward with a massive thud and critically fails.
Oh my god!
Alright, so he critically...
Oh my god! Okay.
Alright.
I tried to give you so much advantage in this
I know,
battle.
it's cool. It's cool, man. It happens. Alright, so he kind of falls, trips and stumbles, and the whole arena just kaboom, just vibrations, dust falling from the ceiling, the whole shebang. And somehow Larry and Mo get out of the way and to make their attempt. So Larry has a 14, and Mo has less.
Yeah, they both miss.
Okay, awesome. Well, they're distractions, so, that's basically their job. And then I sink back into the Earth. And relinquish my awesomely big badass turn off to whoever goes next.
Alright, so the Sea Hag goes next. She is grappled.
Hey, big man. Who's that big good kid? Who's that big good kid?
So she will first try to escape. And fail. Then she will attempt to cast a spell on it. I think. Or will she? Oh god.
It's hard to be the dungeon master.
Yeah. She's gonna make an intelligence roll. She fails that as well. So yeah, she tries to cast a spell on it. So she'll try to cast this spell. It has to make a wisdom saving throw. They love their wisdom saving throws. It fails its wisdom saving throw. So it is frightened. And because it's frightened, it'll just drop her and run on its turn, on your turn, Hanma.
Wouldn't it flee with her inside it?
Well, she's what it's afraid of.
Oh, okay.
So that's...
Depends on how smart it is, I guess, Cody.
Yeah. Yeah, no, it's gonna drop her.
It's just
yeah, it's just gonna try and get away from her.
Why can't I get away from this thing? Why can't I get away?
All right, so that's.
And for years after, a wandering elemental was seen running across the land.
So Bubastis, right? So for you, in order to move, you will need to make a strength check. As long as your pack is attached to your back. If you choose to take your pack off, you don't have to make a strength check.
Okay, I'm going to try to roll that strength check here, baby. Let's see.
With
And
advantage.
With yeah, I have quite the plus double athletics. So yeah. Plus my strength, so
Lots.
yeah, so 9.
Okay. Go ahead.
Come on, you piece of crap.
You're angry. You're angry.
Oh, yeah, I am angry, so I get
You're
that.
angry.
Alright, so I think I might have done it.
Yeah. You pass the strength check. So this is every round, okay? You'll have
Okay.
to do this. You are able to move as normal.
And so this my pack is pulling at me.
Yeah,
time.
yeah. You definitely feel it pulling at you, but you overcome the pull. So, what would you like to do?
I'm going to charge straight at that night hag and wreck her shit.
Okay, so we're moving from here. Drip. Alright. Cool. Bam. Go ahead.
Alright, so let's unload some stuff here. I am still raging.
Yes.
And I'm going to swing away here. Hope I can connect. 9 and a 7, those are plus 6s now. Bonus plus 5 proficiency. 5. And then my strength modifier on the first one. I've lost my cheat sheet, so forgive me. So plus 8 and a plus 5.
Are you attacking recklessly or just normally?
Normally, but
Okay.
well, you know, screw it. Let's recklessly.
Alright, you get all the advantages.
All the advantages. All right, so I connected with both.
You need a 17 as the magic number.
Oh, I just erased them. I had a.
So you rolled 2 more because you had a 7 and an 8, and you rolled. Well, the 8 actually hits, so. But you roll with advantage because you were. There you go. So you have an 8 and a 15.
Yeah.
And plus 9 on each.
Yep, so you hit with both attacks in that case.
Okay. And so I will roll 2d8.
Oh man, we're gonna butt foot that one. We're gonna get her.
So yeah, I get plus 1 damage magical, and then my electricity. Oh,
Yes.
I had an extra, yeah. So, okay, yeah, all right. So I'm gonna roll 4d8 altogether. No, 6d8 altogether.
Yeah.
Hey.
So 22, and then 23,
Okay.
and then don't I get a bump from raging as well?
You get rage, and you get your to add your strength modifier to one of the attacks. So you get plus 2 for both attacks, so that's another 4. And then, so add 4 to your common. Okay, and then you get your strength modifier once. What is your strength right now? 20?
Strength is 17, so still plus 3.
Okay.
Alright.
So, 30.
30. Okay. Cool.
Miss me! Sorry, guys, hold on.
Good round number there.
Yeah, nice and easy to add. So how does this look as you slash into her?
So you can see that the pack on my back keeps trying to pull me in the other direction, but I'm like stabbing my claws into the ground as I'm like hurching myself towards the hag, and you can see the chaos in my eyes start to crackle around, and my mane starts to stand up on end as if I've touched a Tesla coil. And as I finally get up to her, I rage up and I just start pounding down. And each slash of my claws is accompanied by a small, seemingly distant rumble of thunder. Just
Okay.
as I hopefully make her pay attention.
Yeah. Awesome. Sekka, it's your turn.
How does she react to that shit?
Like she's just she's got this mocking smile on her face at this stage. She seems to like believe that she knows something that nobody else does or something. It looks like she's, you know, I know something you don't know kind of look. Alright. So, Seka.
Yeah. So, she's still visible to me.
Oh, yeah.
So I get to go in for attack.
So, you're attacking the green hag?
Yes.
Okay.
Going to attack with my Talon's Grasp. Okay. So let me roll. Don't even have to bother any modifiers. It is a 20.
That's a crit. Oh, boy. All of the damage. So maximize everything and then roll everything.
Alright, well, maximizing everything. Talon's Grasp is 6 damage plus 4 nature damage, so there's 10. Plus, I get the 1 extra dice roll of ice damage via the elemental attunement.
So that's 16.
Yep. And the elemental attunement also adds 1 to the damage.
So 17.
Just as read it. Yep. And I get the 1d6 of unresistible damage, so that puts it up to 23.
23 plus sneak attack.
Also plus dex, which is actually another 5.
So 28. Yeah. And 3d6 is 18. So that's 51. Yeah.
And now he rolls for the rest.
Now you roll for the rest, which is all of those rolls. You've just ruined this hag's day.
Okay. 1d6
Yeah,
for piercing, 1d6 for the elemental, 1d6 for the unresistible, 1d4 for nature damage, and then that's going to get the additional plus 5 dex plus 1.
Yeah. 54, 56, 57, 61.
Very nice.
So that's an attack.
It is an attack. Describe how you absolutely, totally, and utterly slaughter the woman.
Yeah!
Talon's Grasp. I guess in a little bit of my madness due to forgetfulness of plans and whatnot, woman appears right in front of me, tries to strike me. I react back with Talon's Grasp, actually hooking her, causing her to not be able to escape, slashing into her shoulder as I pull Talon's Grasp back, and then finishing the strike back around, actually decapitating her in the process as it hooks on.
Yeah! You done
With the
fixed her
extra
there.
mess of elemental and unresistible out of that.
There it is. It's done. 1 down, 2 to go.
And the other thing that happens during my turn is my elemental flees like a little girl.
Yeah. So yeah, the elemental's totally scared of that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 6, I think. So it'll end up around about.
How long does the effect last?
I think it has to save throw out of it. And
Oh, okay. Okay. Cool.
Around about here. Actually, it'll dash.
There you
Yeah.
go.
There we go. Running like a little girl. Alright. Cool. And then the green hag, which is dead, has her turn. So that was fun.
Good game. Good game.
Then we've got the night hag, which is surrounded. She makes an attack against Bubastis. That'll hit.
Against a
Okay.
20?
She rolled an 18 plus.
Yeah, that'll hit.
whatever she's got, which I think is a 13 to. Alright. And then claws, yeah, 2d8 plus 4. Okay, so 10. So 5 damage is your raging. And then, so the force of her blow, again, overcomes you because of your the pulling back of your pack.
I make some sort of roll to resist that.
Wait, what happened?
No, it's basically you can overcome it on your turn. But
Okay.
yeah.
Did she push you back again?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fuck.
So
Shouldn't
yeah.
have taken the gym. Motherfucker, I told you not to. Big dummy.
What gem? You don't know about that.
I know. That was the little voice in your head speaking. That was the little saw set that you know what you know, the voice of the scolding father in your head, you know, of doubt. And now that you're thinking clearly, Anubis be with in you. Anubis be in you.
Oh my lord.
Whoa, buddy.
It's a little personal.
Then.
Oh fuck! I forgot my laundry. Shit, guys. I gotta go change my stuff real quick.
Alright.
I'm sorry.
Yeah. Well, that'll pretty much be the end of her turn. She looks like she is, like reaching for a pack that sort of hangs by her legs, which was previously kind of like obscured. So there's a pack sort of attached to like a belt that she's slowly reaching for. So that's that. And it will be Susset's turn when he gets back. That sneak attack, man. That critical.
Are we due for a quick break? I probably need to run the dogs outside real quick.
Sure, we can do that.
Okay.
That critical hit. My golly. $61 damage. It's insane, bro. Yeah, so we're just quickly taking a break in the middle of battle, which is going significantly in our favor at this point.
I'm back.
Alright, it's your turn, buddy.
Okay. So I'm gonna emerge. I'm gonna walk. I'm gonna emerge just as the green hag head hits the ground right next to me, and as I sort of raise up out of the ground, I look to Sawset and to the hag, and I look back to Sawset and I say, "Well done." And then I turn and I'm gonna walk 10 feet towards the night hag. I'm going to cast I can't. I wish I could. Sorry, man. Fuck. I'm being really bad about this tonight. Alright, you want to roll some attacks for my minions while I fish out what I'm looking for here?
Sure.
Thank you. It'd be as well.
I think that total action. Yep. Cool.
Oh, come on, for fuck's sakes. Give me the...
So they'll all hit,
Awesome.
and one of your zombies gets a critical.
What? Oh, badass. Alright, so go ahead. You can do the damage while I'm looking up this. I'm still trying to find this damn spell. Trying to figure out what is it on Warlock. This stupid thing is just giving me the hardest time here.
So it's 8 plus 5. 8 plus 5. What's the damage roll on your zombies?
They do 1d6 plus 3, I think, something along those lines. Let me look it up again because I don't want to give you the wrong thing. Zombies is page 315. 316. 1d6 plus 1, so yes, it's plus 3 to hit was what it was. So.
Okay.
1d6. 1d6 plus 1 bludgeon.
Okay, so that's 12, 13, 17, 22, 29.
Awesome. Good work, guys. And as Sawset, moves forward, kind of sluggishly, he's been melding so much, he's having a hard time getting all of his flesh to turn all the way back. So he doesn't lose any movement, but he just kind of shambles forward and smiles as he watches his minions pound into this thing. Okay. All right. So as I move forwards, Sawset reaches into that mystical core in the middle, where that crazy enchantment, that the middle, the divine essence, and he's going to tap into that wellspring, and he's going to let his wish fly.
Oh boy.
Yeah, he's going to manifest the spell Finger of Death.
Okay. At which creature? At the Night Hag or against the sea?
At the Night Hag.
Okay.
At the Night Hag.
Sure.
she'll make it's a con save.
She
So
fails.
she fails. Okay. So it's going to be 7d8 plus 30 necrotic.
78 plus 30.
Yes.
Do you want me to roll that, or do you want to roll?
I will definitely roll the damage for my spell. Let me see here. 7. All right, and as he does, you guys, you just the entire, this maelstrom of spirits around him, they start weeping around and they moving close, and they start actually darting through Sawset, and then they move and they swirl all up and around the Dalsnurg, compacting and glowing brighter and brighter and compacting further and smushing into each other. And then a bolt of spirit just blasts out of the staff, sizzling across the battlefield and striking the central mass of the Night Hag.
So 16, 21, 22, 29, 32, 37, plus 30 is 67.
Yes.
Okay. Am I able to take a tiny little bit of artistic license and then let you describe the rest?
Yes.
So, your bolt of death flies from your staff directly at the Night Hag, and your two zombies, they just collapse upon the Night Hag and just start ripping their claws and just expending all of their energy at the same time as your bolt hits. And so they sort of meld into her body and rip her open from the inside, and then you...
Is she dying?
Yes.
So they are pulling her apart, and this bolt of compressed spiritual energy, pure soul, imbued with the power of the gods, it shoots out, it blasts into her. As it does so, the spirits fracture and break and blow backwards with percussion. She's launched 10 feet forward, pulling the zombies, dragging them as they go. The spirits cascade backwards and begin dancing around me again. And then, as I look out down to her, still tapping a little bit of that spiritual energy, you hear me say, "Rise." And her body begins to put itself back together, haltingly. And she rises up, and she's now a permanent zombie under my control.
Alright, so the other two I'm gonna take out, and you'll just have her at this point. So the zombies that you did have been replaced by the Night Hag, which is super powerful.
Okay, I am okay with it. So you guys just watch. I mean, just pissed. Sauce's just pissed. He's been pissed. Shit has him going. He's just like, fuck this. Boom, motherfucker. And then she rises up.
All right.
And you witness all of this, Bubastis. And you see from across the room the glint of madness in your master's eye as the light of the of the magic illuminates his face.
Yeah, but Bubastis is evil as well. So Steka,
he probably loves it.
You're neutral, and you are seeing. You don't remember a lot of things, but you do remember who you are and what you represent. And this guy that you don't really remember, that sort of said that he would come with you to destroy these Night Hags, has just reincarnated a corpse to become his loyal and permanent zombie.
Yeah, bitches.
So how would you like to react? I mean, I guess I'll do that on your turn. So the Sea Hag on her turn, the Sea Hag will move, so 1, 2, yep, up to the zombie, will rip off the pack, the belt pouch that the Night Hag was going for. We'll rip it off and we'll hold it up into the air and start to chant in a language that none of you understand. She'll actually, yeah, so she's there chanting and holding the thing up in the air ominously. So she's here. Alright, so Bubastis, it's your turn. Yep.
Man, that was hot. Oh! Okay. Am I still feeling the effects of the pouch pulling me?
The pack?
Yeah, now that the Night Hag's dead.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Good.
So you know that you can take it off, or you know you can make the strength check.
I will continue to try to make the strength check.
Alright. Being that it's pretty easy that you've got advantage and all of the bonuses in the world.
It's just he can't stay put when he relinquishes his turn. He's in the wind again, right? Poor guy. Can't give anybody advantage on their attack rolls.
So a 19, will that do it?
Yep. You overcome the pull again, and you're able to move as you normally do.
Get that shit out of her hand.
I will close back in on the remaining hag.
Yep. Cool. Sure.
Okay. And whilst I continue to rage, I will try to tear this one in half, like I've been trying to do the whole time.
Sure.
Okay, and so then I get to roll.
So her magic number is 14. So she's not as strong as the others.
Okay, well, my 8 plus my advantages will get it on the first attack, and my second is a natural 20.
Whoa!
Oh well,
Yeah!
we don't even have to add up the damage, because I know that with a natural 20, just the maximized damage will be enough to kill her. So,
Okay.
That one. Yeah.
do you want to? Yeah, you describe how it happens.
Okay, so how this happens is as she's turning, and you hear this this thunderous roar from the other side of the the cave, having been flung again, rather perturbed, Bubastis, in all the might of a thunderstorm, overcomes the pull of his pack and runs forward to this hag, and with his right hand, in a brutal uppercut, impales through the chest this hag and easily lifts her up to his eye level as she's squirming around. You can just see the madness and the thunder in his eyes. And he roars full-heartedly in her face and begins to just electrocute her Blanca style. And as he's doing this, he reaches into his pack, fighting against the pulling of this soul gem, and just smashes the side of this hag's head with this gem. You wanted Take it!
And I see it. I see the gem.
Yeah, you do. So how do you want to respond to that? Like, he's slammed that into the, and he's totally like ruined her day. Her brain's just exploded all over your new zombie.
Drink her soul, Baba, drink her soul! Feel the power!
And so I just, after I smash her face with this gem, I just pull her up the rest of the way right above my head and bite her cleanly in half. Right above the sever of my claw, her leg portion just flops down to the side. I shake her and skillfully, in her rib cage, snake my tongue up around her heart and rip it free. And with a shake of my head, as crocodiles are apt to do, I just shake part of her away, and you just see this heart and part of her rib cage just disappear into a snap in my jaws.
Okay. So, Sekka, how are you responding to this? First, there's been a zombie appear, and then this guy is just like, yeah. How do you? You're muted too, just in case you didn't know. Can't unmute due to background noise. Okay, well, that's cool. Bubastis, you feel that the power, that the chalice brought you, like, resurging. You feel you've heard your master command you to devour her soul, and you get this instant of clarity and understanding. And what you understand is that if you were to consume the gem, that you would become even more of a soul eater than you are now, and you would be able to basically become the devourer of souls. So you can respond to that how you wish. You've heard the hags preaching about the devourer shall be reborn when they were doing their ritual,
Yes.
and you understand that by doing this that you would become that. So how do you respond?
So, okay. Let me open a document here so that I can remember what I said.
Oh, did you have something ready?
I hope I remember to. Well, yeah, okay, good, maybe. Okay, so so hearing and coming to the conclusion here in his mind, he feels it in that voided part of his soul that this is his true path and his calling. So you can see the thunder fading out of his eyes, and the cataracts that remains, his normal swirling chaos, clears abruptly, and they begin to glow a poignant white, just as bright as the sun. He exhales sharply and opens his mouth. A small point of darkness winks into existence just in front of his nose. And the point begins to grow quickly, and as it does, motes of stand start to drift towards it, as if pulled by an unnatural force. And they shift on the ground as they drift towards it. As this sphere reaches the size of a platter, he opens his jaws to meet its size, and then bites down upon it. seizing it in his jaws. And the moment his jaws make contact, the sphere collapses in upon itself, becoming a two-dimensional flat disk within which swirls a vast cosmos. From that cosmos comes a deep, powerful voice. It is his own, but at the same time not. Rend unto the kindred of Amut the wicked, that they may find penance in the mother of Oblivion's bosom. Dark energies begin to be pulled away, and they grip this gem in tightly and lift it up out of his hand, the blood just streaming off of it in brain matter. It immediately starts to drift towards his mouth, and as it touches that plane, it shifts from its dark purple blue to that of a clear white quartz crystal, and then crumbles into dust as it's pulled into the seemingly infinite black hole. Bubastis then slams his jaws shut, and you see the light fade from his eyes, but the cataracts does not return. It is done, Master.
All right.
It is done.
So
And as
there's
Set
one.
watches.
Sorry.
Oh, and as
There's
Set
one additional
watches.
thing.
Oh, okay. Go ahead.
Sorry. So
All right, go ahead.
when it pulls like all of this soul energy in, it also pulls in the amber gem that's on in the middle of the altar. And what happens is when Bubastis opens his eyes, or the glaze comes off his eyes, one of his eyes has been replaced by the amber gem. So now you can go, Nick.
So yeah, so Set would just walk forward with just pride and admiration in his eyes as he watched the power of the Soul Eater be unleashed into the world, and the whole time as it was happening, he would just be madly cackling and just striding forward.
Okay. The echoes of the ritual resound through the chamber one last time. The old ways are not dead. The well of souls has been filled. The devourer has been reborn.
Badass!
So I think
Yeah.
at this point, Set would turn and he would beckon Secker closer. Come. You're gonna have to play a part here, but you can type it if you need to. But
Oh, so full. Character-wise and physically.
so does Secker come, or is he shying away? What is he doing, dude?
Yeah. That's a yes.
That's a yes. Okay, so as we sit there in the glory that is, the defeat of these things, and as Set, he's just so incredibly full of himself, right? Like he can only think of his own glory at this point. He would clasp a hand to his zombie, and clasp another to what the fuck, Bubastis' shoulder, and then he would say, "Bubba, take up Secker's hand. We have defeated these witches here, and now we will return home to our home place, and we will rule there." Now, do you take his hand?
So, at this point, having a moment of clarity in the Djinn haze that hangs about him, he would look down at his master and say, "Heartgiver, the old ways are not dead. We must make right the balance in this world."
Oh, we will, my child. We will.
And so I will just engulf his hand in my own.
And with that, Saucette will reach into that reservoir once more, tapping into the final wellspring of magic that he had received through that chalice. He will tap into his 7th level spell slot and planar shift us to the underworld.
Oh my god! Alright. Okay, so the chamber fades, and all 3 of you open your eyes, and you see before you the 7 layers of the abyss, all laid out in sections. You're at the top, gazing down upon the layers, the stalactites and stalagmites dripping with blood, and as you gaze down, you realize that a new chapter has been created in your lives, and that is the end of chapter 1.
So just as we fade out, I look down at Sed and be like, "It is all that is right, Master. We have returned home."
Yes, and you will feast upon the multitudes.
And I would spread my hand out in front of me, indicating all of the spirits that are just whirling around in the 9 hells of the abyss, or whatever it fucking looks like. And then, with a maddened glow to his eyes, fade to black.
Fade to black. Alright, so let's just go through each. Let's give you 6,000 experience each.
Oh! Okay, so 17k.
So there's that. So that's a pretty decent session. So 6,000 experience.
Yeah. It was good.
Thank you everyone for watching, if anyone's watching, and thank you guys so much for playing. I hope you have enjoyed the first chapter of Egyptian Conniption. I know it has been fraught with all sorts of delays and unexpectedness, but hopefully you've enjoyed yourselves. Let's just close out each one of you, your name, your character, and maybe a highlight of the campaign, and then we'll close out the session. So,
Well,
yeah, go ahead.
Well, I'm Nick. I played Saucette Amunet, the once wise sage, now maddened necromancer, self-prophesized avatar of Anubis himself. And I think my highlight was what just happened. I think that was my highlight. You know, we got to cut loose tonight, and I really enjoyed that.
Cool.
Well, I am Cody, and it has been my pleasure to play Bubastis, the now completed chimeric soul devourer of Amut. And that right there is my chosen highlight, because that's awesome. I finally get to complete him as a character.
Awesome.
I'm 059, playing the oddly forgetful human rogue who's found himself now in a place he doesn't really belong in.
No, Byron, you're fucked. I fucked you, man. I'm sorry.
I'll forget about it next time.
They'll,
Oh, you
they'll,
will.
yeah, there would be plenty waiting for you down there if we chose to pursue Chapter 2. But in any case, for now, I have been Matt, slash Zephyr's Gambit, and yeah, I think I've had lots of highlights along the way, but my best highlight probably would just be seeing how you guys have developed and grown your characters and been such amazing immersed role players. That's really stood out and has made the campaign what it's been. So thank you so much for playing, and hope to have more games with you guys in the future. But for now, I will finish up the broadcast, and we hope you guys have enjoyed yourselves. So until next time, see you on the flip side.